And welcome everyone back to the final day here at the 2025 Parasport World Championship, presented to you by WPA, Joy Billiards and Liber Win. This is match 2 of this final day, and it is the women's mixed final. Hydrid Goldberg from the US, our reigning champion. She was the winner in the 2024 Parasport Heyball World Championship in Los Angeles in December. And her opponent is Katherine Schneeberger from Switzerland. Interesting to note that these two players finished first and second last year as well. So we'll see now whether Hydrid can hold on to that title or Katherine is going to take that one from her. A lot to play for here, not only the title, $10,000 up for grabs for the winner. In each division, we do have 3 divisions at this tournament. That is the women's mixed category, men's standing and men's wheelchair. In our first final for the day, we saw last year's champion keeping his title in the men's standing division. That was another cracking match down to the decider. And yeah, China's Liu Junwei winning that one 5-4 over Meta Anand from India. This match is a race to 4 now, 100-minute time limit. Really looking forward to this match. And then we have one more match, the last match of the tournament, coming up later today at 2 p.m. local time here in Brisbane, Australia. That's GMT plus 10. And that will be in the men's wheelchair category. Henrik Larsson from Sweden against Matic Brachovic from Slovenia. At the table now to break in this first frame, Hydrid Goldberg. These two players did meet earlier in the tournament in the group stage. Hydrid was victorious 4-0 in that match. So going to be interesting to see what the scoreline is here, based on the fact that these players, they know each other by now really well, not only last year but also in this tournament. This was a double elimination tournament for the men's divisions and a round robin for the ladies. The ladies played out to the top 4 and then a playoff down to the final match. Really open break from Hydrid. As we see Katherine going for that bang shot. So Hydrid comes to the table. She is playing stripes in this frame. I'm sure she must be very keen to have this opportunity to keep her title. This has been such an amazing tournament, but it always is when WPA and Joy are involved in these Heyball tournaments. They always make sure to give the players the best possible conditions. And also for the viewers at home, we have had every match on the TV table being streamed. From the very first match to the very last match of the tournament, which will be in a couple of hours. And it's a bittersweet moment when these tournaments come to an end. Had some exciting matches. And also many familiar faces that we did see in the 2024 WPA Heyball Parasport World Championship in Los Angeles. Lovely to see them back here, and I have seen them up their game, performing better in this tournament, getting closer to that final. 60,000 US dollars total prize fund for this event. So definitely one to look forward to for next year. And as soon as those dates are out, mark that on your calendar. Make sure to follow the WPA Facebook page as well as the Joy World Heyball Tour Facebook page for updates on all Heyball events around the world. I do know in the next few days we have the World Junior Heyball Championship that will be in Gold Coast, Australia. And just after that we have the Commonwealth Billiard Games in Mauritius from the 2nd of July to the 6th of July. And all this is part of Joy Billiards uniting the world through Q Sports, getting closer and closer to having Q Sports in the Olympics and Heyball in the Olympics. I have to say, in this frame, Solid's looking pretty decent. If she can manage to get on that 6 ball. So it's not a bad opportunity for Katherine. Yeah, I think that's what she was playing for. She was playing for that 6. Massive congratulations to all players taking part in this tournament, as well as the WPA and Joy for hosting such an amazing event. As always, we did see Joy Billiards having their team setting up the tables just before the events. And also a big hand goes out to the bronze medalist players in this division. That will be Notuli Malusi from South Africa and Malande Deploy from South Africa as well. They were the bronze medalists in this division. And that being said, Notuli Malusi finishing bronze last year also, so that shows you the consistency of these players. And here in the final, as we've said before, you have the top 2 players from last year. But I can tell you something, Katherine is not gonna let that title go without a fight. Hydra not having those stripes in the best positions yet in this frame. They tried to get that 12 ball closer to the top right corner pocket. has had a glance at the 1-7 combination just outside the left center pocket. That does go. Looks like she's playing the 3-5 now. Are we right behind this? Yeah, a little bit of distance between that 3 and 5 wasn't the easiest of combinations. Is Hydrid having a look at the cross double or cross bank on the 15 to the side? That is quite an aggressive shot. Yeah, she's played it. Oh, have a look at that for a pot, but she might be unlucky with this cue ball. No, it's come enough, but what a pot that was from Hydrid. As we see the replay of that, have a look at this. Right in the center of the pocket, played that at a lovely pace also. Very steep angle on this 12 to the top right corner pocket. Oh yeah, purposely played. Leave that cushion very near to that, leave the cue ball very near to the top cushion and get that 12 ball out near the center. Giving herself a good opportunity if she does come back to the table. Our next match on the TV table at 2 p.m. local time will be Hendrik Larsson against Matic Brachkovic. And that's going to be another exciting match. We did see Hendrik Larsson in the quarterfinals making his way through Wei Ti Sheng, last year's second place finisher. And that was such a great comeback from Hendrik Larsson. He was 4-1 down in that match, able to make it 4-all and then win 3-1 on penalties. So these matches are timed at 100 minutes. If the scores are tied after time elapses, then it does go to penalties. Nice pot to the center from Hydrid. Can she see enough of this black ball to get it between that 5? Yeah, she's looking at that. If it can pass between the 5 down in the bottom right, it's very tight. Could also replace the 5, kick the 5 out and leave the black ball in that pocket. Oh, what a shot that is. Absolutely brilliant from Hydrid Goldberg. What a brilliant shot. And that is Hydrid Goldberg, the first one on the scoreboard. 1-0 to her in this race to 4. As we see this again, have a look at this. Perfectly off that 5, executed really well. And Hydrid showing us why she is the defending champion. She now leads this women's mixed category final 1-0. As you see the referee trying to make that rack as perfect as she can. You'd notice that we aren't using the magic rack anymore. These are the revision 2025 rules, Heyball rules. Came through in April. Cue ball can be placed anywhere behind the balk line. And a legal break now means that just 4 balls need to make contact with the cushion, so no more 4-point break. Balls having to come across that balk line. So we don't see those illegal breaks anymore, which actually costs players a frame. 3 illegal breaks in a match used to cost a player a frame. And that was tough. Could be very tough, especially a short race, race to 5 or race to 7. If you're losing a frame because of a bad break, that can really hurt you. Speaking of breaks, that's a really good break from Katherine. She's given herself a good chance here to go forward in this frame. She is looking at taking on solids, the 7 ball to the bottom left corner pocket. Just has to be careful with that rest. Oh, what a shot that is. Played that so positive. Taking on this 5 next, needs to get the cue ball out into open table. Yeah, I was worried about it sticking onto the 10 and staying there. Might have to disturb the 2 and the 4 outside the center, or she can, if she has a look at the 3, she might be able to clip that into the bottom left. Yeah, because where the 2 and the 4 lies, you don't want to be disturbing that. Go nicely into that side pocket. Yeah, good shot. Left the 2 and the 4. Also not leaving anything that easy for Hydrid on the table. Did see her looking at a few options. It looks like the 15 down to the bottom right. Yeah, I'd say the 15 was her one problem ball stuck behind the 2 at the center pocket, so she's brought that down table. Doing so, she has left Katherine with a shot at the 2 to the center. A few kisses down the way. Might still be on the 1. From here, it looks like quite a tough angle. This looks to be a defensive shot coming up here. She tried to cover some of the stripes with that 1, however she has left a few shots on, namely the 15 down to the bottom right corner. That 15 now blocking the path of the cue ball to the 3, so it does mean that Katherine's going to have to play up table. 1 is available into the top right. That's a wonderful pot from Hydrid. Not an easy shot to that center pocket. Made that look very easy indeed. Just having a look if the 12 passes the 4 into the top left. Deciding to take the 9 down to the bottom left. And we're right behind this. Just slightly undercut that one, and it's gone back onto that side cushion. A fantastic pot from Katherine, and we have seen her potting really well in the group stages and even her previous semi-final match. She can really pot well. Still some work to do on this table now. 4 and 3 on opposite sides of the table. She was trying to bring that cue ball as much as she could down the table. That also showing us that the accuracy required on these tables, these beautiful Joy Q8 tables, they do have the snooker pocket cut. So obviously high level of accuracy required when going into these corner pockets especially. Speaking of accuracy, that's what we mean. Brilliant pot from Hydrid down that left side cushion. This is not easy. This is definitely not easy indeed. Choosing the next shot. I'd have to say the right shot to play is the 15. Brown stripe 15 at the bottom of the table. That is the shot to make this clearance. Ah, it's a fantastic pot. Hydrid really is a master of this game when she's in full flow. Really great to watch. Taking on this 10 ball, so she doesn't like the 11 to the corner. Preferring to take this 10 to the top. Is it good? Does it have the leg? It's almost there. Almost there. A little bit more. If you have a look at that shot choice, she did leave herself the 12 next. The pink stripe 12 would have been able to come down table, down the left side for the 11. Katherine doing the best she could to get the 3 out into open play, couldn't cut that in. Now I believe Hydrid can get through to the 10 at the top of the table. If she can find a way to get on the 12 after this 10, and she should be well on her way. Oh, that cue ball traveling quite a lot. Looks good though, she's on them both. Having a look where the 11 passes the 3 into the bottom left. Definitely does, she's lining this one up. Oh, fantastic pot. Absolutely fantastic. Didn't touch the cushion, didn't touch the 3. Great display of accuracy from Hydrid Goldberg. Now one good shot required to get nice shape on this black ball. Yeah, I think she wanted the cue ball to come a bit more to the left side of the table to play that black ball down to the bottom right. She's looking at that. She's having a look at that angle. Yeah, this black ball is still going into the bottom right. So this black ball now for a 2-0 lead in this women's mixed category final of the Parasport World Championship. She's just overcut that. That was a tough pot from that angle. Now table over to Katherine Schneeberger. And can she make this work for her? It's come down quite far for this 3 ball, but she can still get shape on the black ball from the 3. Requires some good pace control to be there. Here we saw her lining that up. That's where she wants to be, right behind this 8 ball. It's all about pace. That is not bad at all. It's okay. It's okay. Katherine Schneeberger is fighting for this championship. Score is now 1-1 in this race for 100-minute time limit. We have been playing for almost 30 minutes, so 70 minutes left on the clock. Oh, we've got a fight on our hands here. Just like the first final that went right down to the wire. We'd love to see this one going all the way. That also shows you that we have the two best players in the category getting to the final. It's a sign of a really well-run tournament, good tournament structure. And that's what it's all about. You want the best player winning and the best two players in the final. Hydra to break in this third frame, score 1-1. Quite a powerful break from Hydrid, but nothing going in. That is a try, which brings Katherine to the table. And if you are just joining us, welcome to the 2025 WPA Heyball Parasport World Championship, presented by Joy Billiards and Lieberwin. Joy Billiards uniting the world through Q Sports. And we do hope you have been joining us throughout the week. Thank you so much for supporting us, supporting the stream, and supporting the players as well. This is the final day of the tournament, and it always is bittersweet when we do come to the end of the tournament, crowning new champions. But yeah, all good things have to come to an end, just like this tournament. But stay tuned to the Joy pages and the Joy YouTube page as well, as we do have a lot more action within the next few weeks. We have the Under-19 Juniors World Championship being played, Gold Coast, Australia. This tournament is coming to you live from Brisbane, Australia. And we do have one more final after this. It is the men's wheelchair division. That is at 2 p.m. local time here in Brisbane. And that is GMT plus 10. And that is Hydrid securing solids in this frame. Having a look at this table does not look like the easiest spread currently, but as we know, a few good shots can really change the complexion of our frame. Katherine really securing that pocket with her stripes, and I feel this is a good opportunity for Hydra to get that 3 out into open play if she can't pot it now, although the bank might be on. It might be a bank shot to the left side pocket. It comes. It's just slightly wide. We have seen her making some excellent bank shots, so she does know these rails really well. That occasion, that 3 just going slightly wide of the center pocket. Yeah, we definitely have the finest players in this division, in this finals, and it's always nice to see. And a big congratulations to every participant in this tournament. Not only those in the semi-finals and the finals, but every single participant. We've had 55 players in this tournament playing over the last 4 days. Some fantastic matches on the TV table. And of course, a very big thank you to WPA and Joy for hosting such a brilliant event. Not only for the players, but also the spectators. Looks like Katherine called a foul on herself with that shot. So that is ball in hand for Hydrid. We did see her earlier getting the 3 out into open play. So solid's not looking that bad now. I feel it is time for her to pull the trigger in this frame, go for the clearance. Have to remember that time is also running. That's a nice shot, that previous shot using the entire pocket to get that ball in. That just shows her accuracy. And thank you to all the viewers back home for joining us over the last 4 days and joining us on the streams. We do appreciate the support. We love having you guys on the stream, and we do watch the comment sections of the YouTube and the Facebook stream. So thank you guys so much for the support. And any more information on this tournament and other tournaments, stay tuned to the Joy World Heyball Tour Facebook page and YouTube pages. And yeah, thank you guys so much for being with us. Also, the players do go back and watch these streams, so they also see your support and see your comments. As a player, it's always lovely to know that you are being supported and your matches are being watched from all over the world. Oh, you could see what she was trying to do there. She was trying to get that cue ball off the side cushion and back into the middle of the table for that 6 or 5 into the bottom corner. Unlucky to go in off on that one. So ball in hand for Katherine anywhere on the table. Stripes also looking quite good now, so table is open, as you can see. Not really a hard shot on the table, just requires some good positional play. actually be going 10 to the center next. So the previous encounter with these two players in the group stage, Hydra did come out on top, winning that one 4-0. So I can guarantee you Katherine's gonna be fighting for this one. She knows that she has to make the most of her opportunities at the table. And also Katherine finishing second to hybrid last year in the 2024 Parasport. And have a look at the outside English on that cue ball. Really brilliant control of that cue ball from Hydrid. Yeah, so as we were saying, Katherine finishing second in the 2024 version of this tournament to the current reigning champion, Hydrid Goldberg. So the top two players from last year are the top two players this year as well. I could see what she was trying to do there. She was trying to go behind that 14, come around for that black ball. She's left this one long. You have to remember these are 9-foot tables, so it's a pretty long shot. Slightly overcutting that black ball down to the bottom right. That was not an easy shot. Quite a tough shot. And now table over to Katherine. What can she do with this opportunity? Decided to take that 10 on and have a look at the cue ball after that. Should have been perfectly on the 14, so it was the attacking shot to play. Hydra now back to the table with another shot on this black ball. This black ball to go 2-1 up and regain the lead once again in this match. Oh, it's a very nice shot from Hydrid as she pots that black ball and goes 2-1 up in this final of the 2025 WPA Heyball Parasport World Championship. This is the finals of the women's mixed division. We have 3 divisions at this tournament. So women's mixed, men's standing and men's wheelchair, and $10,000 up for grabs in each division. Total prize fund of $60,000 for the tournament. just by that you can see that Heyball is the sport to play. It's definitely the cue sport discipline to get involved in. So do find out in your respective countries who has a Heyball table or who's controlling the Heyball leagues. Otherwise, do contact the Joy staff directly on the Facebook page, and yeah, we're more than willing to help you out with that. And if you are looking for tables, contact the Joy staff as well, or you can contact Doris Cheng on Facebook as well. I do know that there are 20 tables in Australia after these tournaments that are for sale. These are the Joy Q8 golden leg tables, steel block cushions. The pinnacle of Heyball equipment and the best equipment to play this game on. So this is a race to 4, Hydrid leading 2-1 over Katherine, and we have been playing for around 45 minutes. This is a timed match, 100 minutes total. Players do have a shot clock on them, 45 seconds per shot, and 1 extension of 30 seconds per frame. That's a very clean pot and great cue action from Katherine on that one. So Hydrid comes to the table on stripes. Nothing near the cushion. 9 ball at the bottom of the table does pass into both bottom corner pockets, so it's another excellent opportunity to extend her lead. Oh, that's brilliant cue ball control of 2 cushions. Hydrid really does have a vast knowledge of cue ball control. You can see it when she plays. The way she controls that cue ball off the cushions. Her use of English on the white ball or side spin. Oh, she's going to need a good shot here now. Almost very nearly getting that 10 ball into the top right corner pocket, and that was an excellent attempt. Would have been a wonderful recovery shot had that gone in, and if that had gone in, I would have said she's definitely favorite to win this frame then. From this camera angle, looks like the black ball passes into the bottom right pocket. If we do get an overhead view, we will be able to see that a bit better. That's quite a great tactical shot from Katherine, because now the black ball definitely doesn't pass into that bottom right corner. So even if the stripe does, as we can see it does, might have to go in off the 6. Oh, it's still okay. She's replaced the 14 with the 13. So 13 still goes into that pocket. I think she was trying the combination on that shot. That was a tough shot to get right, especially at that distance. So we have just passed halfway in terms of time on the match. Timed match at 100 minutes. We've just been playing for over 50 minutes now. If the scores are tied after the 100 minutes has elapsed, it will go to a penalty shootout. And I can tell you, those are so exciting in this game. We have had a few penalty shootouts on this TV table so far. Now, does the 14 pass the 6? I can tell you, even if it doesn't, Hydra's gonna definitely have a plan to get that 14 near pocket. Yeah, she also could be looking at coming through from the back of the 6-ball. There we go. Yeah, she loves that shot. I've seen her use that shot quite a few times, and she sees it instantly when she comes to the table. So now a little bit of pressure on Katherine. That 14 hanging in that pocket. Not many places on the table to leave this cue ball safe, but she's at the table. She's got a chance. Needs to make the most of this now. So important to get ahead in these timed matches. Oh, I can't believe that hasn't gone in. She hit that so well. But I still have to say this is not easy for Hydrid. From what I see, the black ball has to go into that same pocket, so the room for error on this positional shot, very small indeed. Yeah, that's what I was worried about when you're playing with a lot of top on the cue ball. Cue ball ends to just take that power onto itself after touching the cushion and then just comes to a halt. Oh, she's gone for the bank and it's in. Oh my word. Her success rate on bank shots is unbelievable. That was an unbelievable clearance from Hydrid. Brilliant. Brilliant pot. Have a look at this again. Unbelievable. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Absolutely brilliant, brilliant pot from Hydrid, and she now takes another point. She's now 3-1 up in this race to 4 final of the women's mixed category. And that is a player intermission timeout. Players will be back in about 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Players are back and we're ready to get on with the action here on the final day. This is the finals of the women's mixed category here at the 2025 WPA Heyball Parasport World Championship. Score currently 3-1 to Hydrid Goldberg over Katherine Schneeberger from Switzerland. Hydrid Goldberg is your defending champion. She won this championship last year in December in Los Angeles. Runner-up was none other than Katherine. So Katherine has to do some fighting now, 3-1 down. Needs to take every opportunity she can. Time also running out. These matches are timed. Around 40 minutes left on the clock, so that is more than enough time for Katherine to stage a comeback and get back into this match. Hydrid now coming to the table. She is playing solids in this frame. Having a few balls up table means that you're going to be doing quite a lot of cue ball movement if you intend on making this finish. Just getting that 2-ball closer to the pocket and also leaving a bit of distance between cue ball and object ball for Katherine. I'm very surprised that didn't go in. She hit that almost perfectly, well cued, well weighted. Looked like that was heading right in. However, from what I see, that creates a nice path for the 3-ball down that cushion. So if Hydrid can get that cue ball center of the table, right hand side. Fancy her playing that 3 down the right cushion. Nice pot on that strike ball from Katherine, and yeah, this is a really good opportunity. She can move a maneuver around those 3 stripes at the bottom of the table. Got a good chance of closing out this frame. Should have liked that cue ball to come slightly more, giving her the perfect angle to come back down the table after playing the 14 to the center. Yeah, she was just trying to cheat that pocket slightly to maneuver that cue ball down table. I think she was almost straight on that ball. And very difficult to cheat these pockets. She played the right shot to try and get the cue ball down table. Was definitely going for that finish. That one ball just sliding in off the inside jaw into that center pocket. Interesting to see what's her route with this clearance. I can see that you could take the 3 as your last ball, playing the black ball into the bottom left corner pocket. Oh, fantastic pot on that too, especially with the distance and also making sure she maintains position on the 5. Yeah, those ones tend to be tough. Could see she was trying to land nicely on the 7, playing the 3 afterwards. And that was a tactical move from Katherine, definitely blocking the path to the 3. Hydrid might just be able to get through to the 7 and the 5. Oh, what an attempt that is. And she is so good with those bank shots. Her success rate, from what I've seen, is over 90% on those bank shots. Some excellent shots she's pulled off, not only in this match, but the previous matches that we've seen her play on the TV table. Definitely is one of her strengths in her game, those bank shots. Very confident with them. That's a nice pot from Katherine. There must be some pressure on her. This is the main TV table, the final of the women's mixed category. She's come second before to Hydrid. I'm sure she wants this championship, as well as that $10,000 up for grabs. Has to make the most out of every shot she has, every opportunity. Just under 30 minutes remaining in this match. This is a timed session at 100 minutes. She can at least bring that score to 3-all. Push the match to penalties. Oh, another fantastic pot. Holding the cue ball as well. She's on the 13 now to the bottom right corner pocket. As we see this pot again. Have a look at this. Just made it there. And she's on this 13. Cue ball's going to finish nicely for the black ball as well. And I did think that if she does miss that, she might cover the pocket, but it hasn't. Feels she's going to play the 7 off the stripe. Yeah, I think she also tried to get the stripe slightly safe at the same time, but she's left it on. And these are the opportunities that Katherine needs to take to get herself back into the match. Trying her best to hold for that black ball into the opposite corner pocket. It's got the second part of that shot right. Also leaving that 13 near the pocket. Means that either Hydrid has to go for the finish or somehow get this cue ball safe. A fantastic pot at that distance, but this cue ball is ending up in no man's land. Would have loved for that cue ball to come slightly more, to be on the 7 or less, so she could still play the 3 down past the 13. So one more good pot and positional shot required from Hydrid here. She's looking at the angle on the 7. She's having a look at that 7 ball to the bottom left. Now at the distance on the shot, it's very difficult to hold that cue ball for the black ball. she decided to play it up and down. Oh, what a shot this is. It's going to land on the 7. Excellent result. Excellent result from Katherine. She played that really well. Caught it fine enough that the cue ball didn't dig into that bottom cushion. She's called her extension. Players get 45 seconds a shot. One extension of 30 seconds a frame. Oh, what a shot that is. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant shot from Katherine. Those 2 last pots. Excellent stuff from Katherine. And she is really fighting in this match. Score now 3-2 in favor of Hydred Goldberg. These 2 players have met before in this very tournament in the group stages. Hydred coming out on top 4-0 in that occasion. So Katherine is really fighting in this match. 3-2 now. There's still about 20 minutes left on the clock. There's about 20 minutes left of play. More than enough time. was quite a good leave from Katherine. Can definitely see tide could be changing in this match, so Hydred has to do her best also with the chances she gets, because Katherine definitely upping her game these last few frames. Is Hydred looking at the 2-5 combination? Yeah, she is. That was a tough shot. A lot of distance between cue ball and object balls. Stripes looking good in this frame for Katherine. She's having a look at whether the 12 passes, and it looks like it does off the outside jaw. Oh, that is so unlucky. Just miscued on that shot, and that is ball in hand now anywhere on the table for Hydred. If you have just joined us, this is the finals of the women's mixed category of the 2025 WPA Heyball Parasport World Championship, presented by Joy Billiards and Liebe Win. And we have another final coming to you in the next hour or so. That is at 2 p.m. local time here in Brisbane, Australia. That is GMT plus 10, and that is the men's wheelchair division. This match currently, you are seeing the two best players in this final, also first and second last year, with Hydred being the champion in LA 2024 in December. And Katherine coming second in that event. And I can tell you that Katherine is definitely not going to let Hydred walk away with this one. She is trying her absolute best. She's keeping the pressure on. Trying to do the best with her opportunities and also lock up the opportunities for Hydred. These are timed sessions, so this is a race to 100 minutes timed session, and after 100 minutes has elapsed, the person leading on the scoreboard will be the winner. If the scores are tied, it does go to a penalty shootout. There is about just over 10 minutes left on the clock. You have seen the referee at the table. The referee also times the player on their shot. Players get 45 seconds per shot and one extension of 30 seconds per frame. Hydred on the table now, and are we looking at the winning clearance? I know the black ball passes into the left center. We aren't sure if it passes into the bottom right from this camera angle. It is very tight there. Yeah, she was trying to cue through that angle, get the cue ball back up for the 7, and not much angle at all to work with on that 5 ball. Now there you can see that looks like a touching ball. In Heyball rules, you can play a touching ball. You can actually play through it at a glancing angle. And that stripe just reaches the cushion. Heyball rules also, you need to make contact with the cushion after contacting the object ball. So which one is she gonna take? Got the tough cut on the 7 to the left center. You got the long 5 up table. Brilliant pot on that 5 ball. Almost full length of the table. almost getting that 7 in off the stripe, but that 7 now sitting in the jaws of that pocket. That puts all the pressure on her opponent, Katherine Schneeberger from Switzerland. Just under 10 minutes left in the session. And if the scoreline stays the way it is, Hydred Goldberg will be your winner. I think she tried to replace the 7 with the 10 with that shot. It's excellent thinking. She has gotten the snooker as well. Hydred can go one cushion and just clip that ball in. There we go. And from this camera angle we can see that the black ball does go into the bottom left corner pocket. There we see the shot again. Have a look at this. Touch of inside English on that cue ball. That black ball was for the championship. But have a look at where it is. That is a very good leave. Right in the jaws of that corner pocket. And it's not too easy to get safe. I expect Hydred to get this off one cushion. Oh, that's a top draw pot. Absolutely top draw from Katherine. But what do you do with that 14? If you could get closer to it, you could possibly use the 14 to remove the black ball from the pocket, but it's tough. It's very tough. In that situation, if you have another stripe near to the black ball, you could be looking at forcing a stalemate or a draw. But of course, time is also an issue. These are time sessions, just over 5 minutes left on the clock. Okay, it's coming down to this now. Can she force a decider? If she can win this frame, most guaranteed to go to penalties. Oh, she played to get the snooker. And having said that, this is still not a straightforward shot for Hydred. It is a tough angle. You're going to be glancing this black ball. Also have to worry about the cue ball because of the pace required for the black ball to make it into the pocket. So this is for the championship. And it's there. And the cue ball is safe. Hydred Goldberg is your 2025 WPA Parasport Heyball World Champion once again. It's the second time she's won this, and well deserved, and also great effort from Katherine Schneeberger from Switzerland. Massive congratulations to both players and all the players in this division and this tournament. Thank you guys so much. Once again, your champion, Hydrid Goldberg. Well deserved. We will be back in about 50 minutes, so just under an hour, for the finals of the men's wheelchair division. That is the last final of the day and the last match of this tournament. So stay with us, and thank you guys so much for joining us throughout the tournament. We will be back a bit later. I'm Raymond Tilak from South Africa, your commentator for this event. Thank you guys.